Hi, I'm Dr. Rick Saccone. I want to talk to you today about the major question of how is the rise of progressivism a danger to America?
Veritas.
Progressive. You've heard the word a lot. Most of the Democrat presidential candidates identified as progressives. And Joe Biden has gone that way. Of course, to get the support of those who backed Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and so forth. That is, the people who are controlling Joe Biden took him further down the progressive path because he clearly is not in charge of his own life or his campaign. That's sad, and it's scary. There is no progress to be made under progressives. Just the opposite is true. They are regressive. They are throwbacks to the old discredited notion that the fundamental American principle of individual freedom is the source of our problems. Yes, progressives denounce what they call excessive individualism. Now, who do you want telling you you're too much of an individual? Joe Biden? Liz Warren? AOC? Yeah, seriously. And so progressives first want to diminish the Constitution, which of course is based on individual rights. They want the Constitution to be considered some sort of living document that can be twisted and turned to suit their social goals. You know, kind of like gender fluidity. Progressives would abolish the Second Amendment because an armed citizenry is a major impediment to their crazy anti-American ideas, such as massive wealth redistribution. That is, steal as much as they can through the tax code to give to their favorite groups. It's simple vote buying. They've been doing it for decades with illegals. Progressives pursue a totally unscientific Green New Deal, which would spend trillions of dollars on the absurd notion that the entire country can run only on wind and solar and geothermal energy. But more deeply, there's something about progressives, leftists, that is very disturbing. They are savagely anti-life. They're for abortion at any stage of pregnancy. This is one of their central desires. This killing is a sacrament to them. They celebrate it. It's sickening. And they don't care about other lives. Progressives almost never mention the names of Americans who are killed by illegals, or the hundreds of thousands of Americans killed by illegal drugs from Mexico. While they preach about morals, their music and movies are full of violence, vulgarity, and obscenity. Understanding progressives is simply knowing that they are almost always exactly the opposite of who they say they are. Progressive love is hate. Progressives despise conservatives. They have threatened and assaulted conservatives and routinely wish them death. Remember Kathy Griffin holding up the decapitated head of Donald Trump? Yes, evil, sadistic, and depraved. Progressive tolerance is in fact elitist, arrogant conformity. You see it in the universities, in media, and politics. Their inclusion is exclusion. Their free speech is censorship of others. They aggressively strive to silence free speech. Bad ideas cannot compete in the marketplace of free ideas, so they must silence any opposing opinion that would expose their illogic and superficial thinking. They justify violence to halt speech they disagree with. Progressive freedom would be tyranny, as in China. And this godless anti-life agenda cannot be accomplished without marginalizing religion, rendering God's commandments null and void in an immoral society. They mock Jesus and his direction to be born again, redefining the term to mean repenting from white privilege and submitting to the new orthodoxy of begging forgiveness of your sins against society. Once again, calling good evil and evil good. Folks, progressivism is about class envy, greed, and covetousness, to name a few points. That is why the God-haters among the Democratic Party presidential candidates support it. Your liberty is an obstacle to their agenda. You see, for the progressive, liberty is not a blessing to be enjoyed, but an enemy to be vanquished. That's progressives. That's the left. Until next time, in God we trust. Don't forget to like this video and comment if you want to see more.